shucks. Oh, he's got
All right.
20.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Sensational.
Sensational.
We should be live.
Wait until you see what we have in store for y'all. Well, I sound good today.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do
I sound good. This guy looks good. It's good.
It's good. Everybody looks good. We're gonna be guessing what's in my mouth later on today, and see if you can figure that one out.
All right.
We're gonna be talking about music. We're gonna be talking about Lahaina and just what we did over the weekend. Kind of some feelings about Lahaina around there. What we learned.
Good.
What we learned.
Here's a level check on my mic too. How am I sounding like on the YouTube stream live?
Good.
Through. All right. Yep, we're there.
We're there.
We're there, sir.
Good. We're feeling good. So every day gets better. Every day it's easier. Every day gets better. You just gotta go through it. Take one step, each step at a time. Like Bobby Brown said, every little step I take, it just gets way better. And as you can see, we have new branding, right? You can just see right there. We got new branding, and shout out to our sponsor, Paia Pepper Sauce, Pepper Water.
That's it.
That pepper sauce right here, baby. This is right here on the island, fresh for you. Brought to you by the firefighters of Maui.
All right.
Hence why this is fire, and hence why this stuff right here is flaming and not in that twisted way. But it's all good though, because you will get twisted. You can take a shot of that. Actually, yeah, you can take a shot of that, or you can dip your meat in that. Just whatever you want to do. It's getting real crazy. We are PG. We are a family podcast.
Yeah.
So keep your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you want to grill a steak, which we will be doing later on, you can dip that steak into that sauce.
You grilling steak tonight?
I'm gonna grill some steak.
Oh,
I'm gonna grill some steak. I don't know.
I'm in the place to be.
Did you want to? Here's the thing.
Oh man.
Over the weekend, this might kick us into the Lahaina conversation.
Yeah.
So I went to a whole meeting about what we've learned and heard a speech about people that just stories that are now coming out now of people losing their homes, right?
Wow.
And losing family, and how I met two women over this past week that if I can get through this without crying, hopefully I will.
No, it's good.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah.
So one of the women who was speaking, they're at the point of they're not even allowed. They, husband and wife,
right,
and children, they're at a point where they cannot mention what happened just yet. So they're not allowed to talk about them losing their home.
Not allowed.
Yeah. So meaning, let's say you and I were a couple, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Don't bring it up.
Okay.
So that's what she was saying. She was like, because the husband, she wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
And her husband was like, every time you mention it, I'm getting triggered.
Okay.
And I'm just getting more angry, more afraid, more anxieties coming up. I'm reliving the situation over and 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 over again.
Right.
And so they made this rule, don't talk about it. And then I met this other woman who is the complete opposite. She's like, I can't be quiet about it just because it's such a, it was so just radical.
Yeah.
I mean, who thinks that like that their neighborhood that they live in is going to be just down to the foundation and you have to escape, and then there's nowhere to escape.
Nobody.
Because everyone's trying to get out in the same exact place. There's only two ways out of that place.
It's mayhem.
Right?
It was mayhem.
Straight up mayhem. And so it everyone's grieving, and they're grieving a very different way.
Right.
Even people that weren't involved in that, because they were working in it or they were doing counseling or doing this and that.
Yeah.
The island is still healing.
It was associated trauma,
right?
Or there's a lot of different words for it, but
yeah, for sure. And so like for the pepper sauce and for the firefighters making this stuff,
right,
they giving it away for people that they've done acupuncture for free. Now you can get acupuncture for free if you work in these lines of work that we work in, right? Because we work with people that are dealing with trauma, right? And so they created this thing of, you know, you can go get acupuncture, you can go do all these different things. And so it's a process, and I'm keeping it light because I'm just kind of like, all right, don't go too deep on it because we have other stuff to do on the show,
of course.
But it's going to be,
I think it's probably
a lifelong.
It's good that
situation.
We do, actually. Today would be it'd be a good day to do that. If we're going to talk about it, like it's a good time to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been a year.
I was actually at a funeral when it was going on, and I was traveling back from that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on because I only was hearing stuff from you and Tamara, and then from my work.
Yeah.
And so, but it was like, oh, there's a fire in Kula, so upcountry is getting evacuated,
right?
And the airport is shut down. So that was what I heard. I don't know all the details. That was just what I was getting, right?
Right.
And I remember just going, okay, I always pray because fires happen frequently on this island.
Yeah.
There's pretty much a fire every 2 weeks.
There used to be a set like procedure before they took out the sugarcane fields. There was a controlled burn.
Yeah.
It was a controlled burn.
Yeah.
So they were like rotating, you know, all these areas. You know, there was sugar cane. So I don't want to say all these areas, but it was like the how do I say this? The infrastructure was better prepared because it was happening on a regular basis. Starting fires on purpose in order to burn a certain section of the cane grass for harvesting.
Yeah.
So there was like teams and teams and teams of people. HCNS had teams and teams of people, and that was their job.
That was their job too.
Yeah.
To be able to control those
to set it, control it, put it out.
Yeah.
And then go. But all the equipment is just parked and sitting there rusting. You know, at the old sugar mill.
Yeah. That was one of the things that came up in that meeting that I went to is that no one had a concrete method of evacuation or like what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And for the people that were in it, these two women that were talking on behalf of their family.
Yeah.
They just experienced, like you said, mayhem. It was an experience of like, okay, so we can't get out this way. You're telling us to go this way. Then you're telling us not to go this way. Yeah. Then you're telling us to go on the backside of the island, but everybody knows the backside of the island, there's parts there that you can't get people out. It funnels to
one way.
Yeah.
Right. And there's a certain bend on the back of this island that is ridiculous. It's just a turn, one lane. If you have to back that thing up, then it's forget about it.
You're backing up like 13 cars at once, reversing around.
Somebody's going to be, getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there needs to be talk on that. And then there needs to be talk on, there are radio towers that need to be installed, and every home on this island should have a hamster radio and access bigger on this. And I don't even know if the county should pay for it or pay half or pay some of it, but pay for the service for the hamster radio.
Okay.
And then also I believe that they should have you pay for the whatever you need to pay for the antenna.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever the antenna is, I know you have to pay for the service and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, when cell towers go down, there's still some sort of a communication. Someone has communication, right?
It's got to be something, yeah.
Because when no one has communication, I have no idea. We're missing people, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend we're missing for at least 5 days, and I was accountable for him because I'm at the time I was the acting supervisor, so I was of the security, so I had to be accountable. He had to be accounted for, and I'm just like calling his sister, his ex-wife, like everybody. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it was wild.
I just went to a meeting, SOS meeting. It was like you know, I think it was like Stand Out for Suicide, or I'm not sure what the acronyms is. It was like a grief, a suicide and grief group to kind of share in the grief and help people through their stuff. And one of the ladies that was the leaders of the group, she shared with us that, and I never knew this about her. She lost both her parents in the fire. And they still haven't found her father's remains.
Oh man, that's tough.
And it's like, and she's a person. She works with people in recovery. I won't name her name. But she works with people in recovery, and she's uplifting people on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing that kind of in light with what you're saying is like, you have to heal the healers.
Yeah.
We get worn out, you know.
Yeah.
We help and we love on so many people and lift up so many people. And there's times, man, where we're just worn out and we have nothing left to give. And I've been there. I've experienced burnout. I've seen it happen to coworkers. I've seen it happen to my wife, working with,
she worked directly with them.
Working directly with the survivors at one of the the biggest shelters. And it's hard, man, to process that. And I encourage everybody, like, find a way, find healthy coping mechanisms. I'm gonna say that again, find healthy coping mechanisms. Okay, find a way to fill your cup in a positive way. All right, because if not, you just run out of gas and you're no good. You can't help nobody. You can't help yourself. We're just, we can only do so much. And some of us, like, we're equipped, we're made in a way to love on people. We're built in a way, like, that's our gift, is to open up and to share and to be there for other people and to help lead others in that aspect of, like, this is something that's good for you. I did it. I had, trouble with it. I'm still going through it.
Yeah.
But just for us to lead the way in that and open up first.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just let people know this is a safe space.
Yeah.
And we just talk. I mean, that's what we do in our men's group. My nephew's over here. So the Found Fam podcast, for those of you who might be tuning in,
come here
for the first time or joining us live. I see we got we got Spring on there. What's up, Spring?
What up, Spring?
Yep. So we have we're here in Mark's garage. We're just doing it live, and we're just chilling by his laundry machines. And this is where we
This is it, baby.
This is where we rock it from, man. It's real. Our kids are regular guests on the show. Our kids are always popping in and asking us stuff. If it sounds like something's crashing and falling apart in the background, that's my son teaching Mark's sons and all the neighborhood kids how to play. What are they playing? Beyblades or something like that. Shout out to Beyblades. So we just want to we just want to let you guys know, if this is your first time listening, that be prepared for interruptions by the kids. It's real. We don't edit this thing. We just go for it.
We just go for it.
Found Fam podcasts. It's about, we gotta get like a little quick spiel of, like, we find each other and we create family. We were friends. We met through work, and we just became homies. Like, almost immediately. The snap didn't pick up the snap too well. But man, and our families just became close. Our
have your brother help you too.
My wife and your girlfriend became close, and just everybody just became fam. It's like, you choose the family that you want to continue with, and it's not always who you're born with. I mean, that is important, but sometimes you got to like reach out and build these family connections. And I've been allowed to become an honorary family member with your family, with
of course,
Kavika's family. They embraced us and just made us feel welcome, and and so we just love y'all. And to those that are wondering like, what is this found fam stuff? Like our third host, who's not with us right now, he's on a little retreat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gabe,
Mr. Gabe. Yeah, I think too, like you said, it is not a commitment, but a creation of people coming together, and it's a like-minded people, and then we're also different too. We're also different. Yes, sir. Yeah. Be careful of your toes. We're teaching them we're setting up the barbecue right now, so we're teaching them how to put that barbecue in, but it's building that family. Like, we like, for Brandon and I, for Shocktimus Prime and I, we both DJ.
Yeah.
So we have that in common, right?
Right.
We have music in common, and we have family in common. We have kind of like, you always have, everyone comes from like a broken or dysfunctional style of a family to some degree, and you build on that. You say, okay, this is how my mom was, this is how my mom was.
Right.
Our biological mothers were kind of similar in sense of like they got involved in substance abuse, you know what I mean? And my mom was probably a little bit more involved in it, but she also she had schizophrenia, or she has schizophrenia. She deals with that.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I went to psychology and classes. Really, like, psychologists are nothing more than people that come from messed up families. That's really what it is. When you're sitting in class, you realize that after the 8th week, you're just like, wait a minute here. Hold on.
That's the first thing you do, is start breaking yourself down.
Hold on.
You start like breaking your own life down.
Yeah. But you realize, hey, this other person is going to sound crazy, but the first thought is like, this other person's messed up too. But then you say, well, that's what we have in common.
Right.
And you're like, oh, the second thing that you realize is I'm not alone.
Yeah. No.
And that's close to first.
Right.
It's a close to first runner up. You go, oh shoot, I'm not alone. Here I am thinking I was alone this whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of times too, it's like, we're talking about found fam and what we do.
Yeah.
One of the other reasons too is that I've been watching a lot of YouTube. We all been watching a lot of YouTube, and I just sense this like, oh, we're doing it for the clicks. We're doing it do it for the gram, or do it for the YouTube, and we're doing all this stuff so that we can get likes and this and that. And that's all good. But how about we just live our life? We're literally living our life right now. Like, you roll up, you got your sons here, your helpers, you roll up
over
and it's the creation of that. So that's what we're all about. It's just the realness.
Come over here.
You know what I mean? Just the realness.
Look at this dude. You gotta have duck down. Yeah. You're at the duck down. Look.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hello, Graham.
Is that Vertigram? This is the YouTubers. Yeah.
All right. Let me keep talking. I'm gonna go help my kids do the. Hold on a second. You can sit down if you want to.
Oh yeah, jump in here, son. Jump in real fast. Jump in the saddle, man. This is. Yeah, you'll hear us. So this is my baby boy. What's going on, Samson? Talking to Mike.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, microphone. It's a microphone.
Right, I'm sorry.
It's all good. So this is the dude right here. This is the namesake carrying it on. No pressure or nothing.
Yeah, no.
Nah, not at all. Small kind. You get him. It's minor.
So
So we talked about last week. We talked about just kind of being a role model a little bit, and just kind of being that cool cousin. And Samson, he had to work today. Was out there slanging corn dogs and slanging corn dogs in the community.
Yeah.
And he was tired. He's after work. He's ready to take a nap. He's ready to conk out. But I asked him. I said, hey, you want to come through and be the coolest cousin in the world again? And he goes, "What'd you say?"
I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." Like, give me 15 minutes.
That's it. And you jumped in there, man, and that's what it's all about. It's like, our show that we do is called Found Fam.
Mm-hmm.
It's the family that you find, right? Loosely based on kind of like the concept of your little senior speech that you gave. It's about the friends you make along the way.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, we definitely, these little dudes, like, you're not related to them, but y'all are family. This is that a lizard? Be careful with him. Be very gentle with him.
Yeah.
He's going to help eat all the bugs that may be crawling around. Be gentle with him. Put him down somewhere safe. Yeah, like behind something. Kai. No, put him outside.
Yeah, leave him outside.
Someplace safe. Put him behind something so he don't get stepped on. There you go. He's good. All right. He's about to bring it in and throw it on his mom. I don't know if she's here today, but anyway. Yeah, so this is our podcast, and I just wanted to give a shout out to you and congratulate you once again on you're about to start college. How do you feel about that? It's real. We got powered air blowers over here in the background.
Starting college is.
How do you feel about that? A little nervous?
Not really.
Anxious? What?
I don't think nervous or anxious.
Give me your take on that.
I don't know. I'm a good student, and I
all right
can do work when I want to.
Do work.
I can lock into homework. I can I can put my nose to the grindstone for maybe about 2 weeks at a time.
Okay.
I'm not super stressed, or at least I mean, hey, who knows? I could eat my words later.
College is a different ball game, son.
But yeah, I don't know. It's different now because there's more pressure.
Well, brace yourself for a challenge, and the challenge is meant to strengthen you.
I see. Yeah.
It's not meant to crush you. It's meant to strengthen you.
But
you're gonna see what you're really made of now.
It's mostly the pressure of now school is paid for. Now classes are scheduled.
Yeah.
Now the experience can change and can be customizable, and now you're working towards a goal.
Yeah.
Of degrees and associates and all this other kind of stuff that it's oh, okay, yeah. So there's a pressure. Not only that, there's also a plan.
Yeah.
Of you get these classes, these credits, these degrees, and it's kind of a pain. I mean, it's a little scary, right? Because they'll give you take these classes and then you'll get these credits.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't take those classes and you don't get those credits. It's simple, but if you end up needing extra time, if you end up falling behind, if you end up not taking a class, whether you miss the class, whether you fail the class, even if it's something out of your control, you are gonna need to pay the tuition
again.
Yeah, next semester.
Yeah.
You're gonna need another semester, and
that's right.
Why college takes multiple people multiple years, but it's the more you can cram into your schedule, the more you, get out of your time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It counts now, but I feel like you're ready for it. I will say this is a cool thing about college is you're going to be able to I don't want to say lock horns, but you're going to be able to test your thoughts and your mental grappling capabilities, if you will, against other people that are that are really with it and have some like higher level thinking going on. So you can be able to like really find out what the heck's really going on. And
I'm gonna hate to lose.
Yeah, but that's the cool thing about it is like debating or having these deep conversations with folks is like it's gonna grow you in a good way, in a way that you need. And that's like I'm excited to see that happen. You won't be a big fish in a small pond anymore. You're gonna be, take a couple steps down and then have to earn it all over again.
Oh, that's gonna piss me off.
But that's getting pissed off about it. That's the fire that burns, that burns the barbecue, right? Yeah. So, or not burns the barbecue, but it that's the fire in the belly, man. Keeps you going. It's gonna be good. It's like it's that challenge, like any kind of challenge, and as soon as you experience the growth in it, you're like, oh, I'm about this. I'm down with this. Taking things to a deeper level and getting I don't know, having more interesting classes. That's one of the things I really liked.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're really going to like psychology. I know for a fact that was one of my favorite classes.
Is that what you're taking?
I don't know.
Maybe not yet, but when you do.
Grace was like, oh yeah,
Actually,
you gotta take it.
Don't you do like in your pre you can take one psychology class?
Yeah, so I've taken one psychology class before.
In high school?
Yeah.
See? Wow.
That's right, they do start you off on.
They jump the gun and make them get into it earlier. It's good though. It's good for you. Grows you.
But I was late to applying, I was late to registering classes. So my classes look a little weird. Like it's like I didn't like really get the elective I wanted, and I was like, oh okay, it's whatever. But it's like, oh, you missed. It was like circuit analysis. Yeah, you missed circuit analysis 1, and I'm like, I missed circuit analysis 1.
What is that?
What now?
What is
like
that?
Circuit like circuit boards, like in your computer, like in your like the class is gonna be like, oh hey, take this.
Fix Uncle Mark's computer. Is that what you're gonna be able to do?
I guess so, or at least be able to understand what's
happening,
what goes where, what inputs, what do the little like metal water looking thingies do? What are the things point? Where could you? It's analysis. So at first comprehending.
Wow.
That's gonna go into like, obviously like engineering, maintenance stuff for like IT and like fundamentals of. Not computer programming, but like computer hardware, electronics and stuff like that. But I missed the first class, but not like, oh, I didn't make it on time. Like I'm not gonna get that for the semester, so I gotta take it next semester. So I'm behind a semester. So somewhere along the line, I'm going to need to double up, I'm just like mentally like thinking that it's just like, oh, I'm gonna need to.
Maybe it'll be like a prereq for your degree that you're trying to do.
Yeah, but
or a degree.
It's just not a good feeling.
You're also, I mean, look like this. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be?
I'd be a video game designer.
You'd be a video game designer. Part of designing video games is you're going to have to try to someday push the limits of what a computer or a system can do, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So what if you were able to know the ins and outs of what systems are available to do and push those boundaries and not just shape a game, but maybe shape the industry that needs to support the game.
And like computers and stuff, they're always interested me, but it's just like, so that's why I wanted to take it. But then when I look at the classes and it's like, oh yeah, you can't take it. I'm like, what do you mean I can't take it?
Well, you need a prereq. There's a prereq.
Well, no, but the first one.
Yeah.
I missed my spot.
Yeah.
There's like the seats are filled.
Right.
And I'm like,
that's what it is.
How does that work?
That's what it is. There's limited seats available.
I was like, well, damn.
There's a limit. Well, I mean, I'm proud of you and I'm happy that you're going to go through that. It looks like you're already experiencing the growing pains of what happens when you're, at that next level of higher learning.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah. And where are you going to school?
Maui College.
Maui College. All right. But that's UH accredited, right?
Yeah.
So University of Hawaii credits, you're already going to be accumulating them. And you started in what? A couple weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Proud of you, son. Very proud of you. My kids is going to UH. You'll be joining your sister over there? Or maybe she'll be doing her thing. Who knows? She'll be doing her thing. You'll be doing yours. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking out our what we got going on, man. Is there anything else you want to say to our one listener that's watching out there?
Peace, hair grease, all that jazz. There you go.
All right.
Uncle Mark, do you want your seat back? Ready? Yeah. Here you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stole my limelight. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, it has started the barbecue.
Huh? All that smoke.
All that smoke
smells good to me. I like it.
I ain't afraid of that smoke. Bring that smoke.
Smells like dinner. That's what it smells like.
That's what it smells like. Oh my goodness, we finna have some. We're gonna do, what is that called? Ribeye. I'm going to barbecue some ribeye.
I am blessed by my brother here.
So we can put this on it.
Yeah. Aye.
All right,
man.
What are you guys talking about? College? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, he's starting college pretty soon. We're starting right here around the corner at Maui College, and just excited. I'm excited for him. He's so like chill and laid back about everything. Man, he better never be a poker player because he'll be good. He'll be good. He don't show his cards.
Right.
He's good.
That's good. So Zur, you coming up next? What's going on?
Not like his dad. His dad shows us. I have tells galore.
Yeah, you do.
I can't hide how I feel. It's all over me.
Yeah.
But yeah, was there something you wanted to jump to? We got
let's see here.
A couple of segments we want to talk about.
Well, you have the notes out here.
I got the notes up.
Yeah, I think I may have covered this last week. I'm not really sure, but
you did. Well, I don't know what you're gonna say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
You talking about this?
Did I talk about that?
You talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You shared about it.
Check that.
Oh,
already.
my bad.
Yeah, I thought maybe I did. It wasn't. It's not on you to check it. It's on me to check that.
It's all good.
But we
give it a rundown again. Talk about it.
No, on that topic. I was just thinking as I was doing the barbecue, I was just thinking that, myself and Shocktimus Prime and another guy work for a nonprofit here on the island that services, thousands and thousands of people. And we're all creative. All three of us are super creative. I know you're super creative. I don't know. I know he's kind of dabbles into it, okay. But we wanted to start that YouTube page for our company, and so we're thinking about doing that. It's going to be similar to this. Okay. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that, but we'll be doing interviews and kind of showcasing all of the different things that we do here on the island and the neighboring islands as well.
Oh,
and so that's going to be going on. It's crazy how, working for a nonprofit, I've worked for a nonprofit before. Working for this nonprofit is feeling more, well, they both do. Like when you work for a nonprofit, if you don't know, you have one job, one title, but you do maybe 5 other things.
Yeah. You wear a lot of hats.
You wear a lot of hats in a nonprofit.
Right.
And it could be good, it could be bad. And so talking about the burnout, right? So kind of going back to that, you have to really heal the healers. And we actually have it in our program to do that.
That's right.
We actually have, it's called the healing of the healers.
Hey.
It's healing the healers.
Hey, segue.
So we want everybody on this channel, as you watch this and as you get in tune, just so you know, we don't know exactly what date it's going to come out, but we're going to be having a MFSS Maui Family Support Services YouTube page coming up.
Hey.
So even the CEO doesn't even know about this right now. So
it's all right.
Well, she kind of goes with whatever. Like if I say something, she's like, "You can do that."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Go do it." Yeah. She says yes to pretty much everything I say. So
I mean, but the thing is, the great thing is, it's like these are ideas and are forward thinking and it's just, I mean, it's conceptualizing.
Yeah.
And you got to be like, that's awesome that they're supportive of that creativity.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
And we have these different tools, and we have, coming to find out, because of COVID, they bought all this stuff, all this camera stuff, right?
Okay.
All the lights and the this and the that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one wants it. No one wants to use it. No one knows how to use it.
Yeah.
And it just sits there in a box. I'm like, well, let's put it to use for the company,
right? For
promoting what's out there. Right.
Okay.
And let's get more out there. We should be at food trucks. We should be anyway. Yeah. I'm going on and on and on, but
I love it.
So we will be promoting. MFSS will be a sponsor of ours. You don't know, now you know, boy.
All right.
Yeah. Claim it, name it, and claim it.
That's
you dig?
Yeah. Shout out.
So yeah, it's really, really cool stuff. There's so much going on. I have been or will be, I don't even know what you call it. I'm not too political, so I don't know what the things are called, but I'm basically becoming the commissioner of fatherhood of
the representative
of Maui. Maui, yeah. Yeah. So
that's
address me as such.
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes, Commissioner.
Commissioner Swift. Commissioner Swift.
Dude, I'm gonna do that.
Commissioner Swift.
They have no idea who they got on board. I'm just like,
man.
I told them, I said, I'm a little wild. I'm not. I'm very unorthodox.
Oh yeah.
I've worked for political people. I've worked for mayor, city councilmen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just unorthodox. So Commissioner Swift might be who I want on my plaque.
That's it.
I think that's what I want to do. They're gonna be like, they're gonna be, because they have a name where how do you want to be called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna on the application.
This is it.
So I'm gonna be doing that. And then what are you jumping off into, man? You got a whole new role here, man.
Yeah, man. So I just recently through Spring, one of our
new listeners,
very involved. Thank you for blowing up the chat. It's awesome to see participation. We love it. I think she jumped off, but it's all good. We have we do a lot. We cross paths a lot of times because she works for one of the recovery centers. She works for Aloha House, and she was talking about something on her, I don't know, Facebook or whatever, about like doing a group for the people that are the survivors of suicides, and we meaning my coworker Ryan and I, we attended the meeting, and it was it was good to be able to actually talk about, because that was the question that they pitched to us. It's like, what do we do? What do me and Ryan do? Because we've been out there waving signs and spreading awareness with our team and with all the guys from Aloha House, and I never knew that the genesis of that actually was my boss and Spring talking about wanting to do sign waving.
Oh wow.
And Kavika was like, hey, I really feel like it'd be great for the community and great for the guys to, I almost want him to tell his story on this. I feel it'd be a great story. But they kind of started it and blew up from there. And you've been out. It turns into a celebration now.
Yeah.
Waving signs and music and
just a little bit of dancing.
Getting the positive energy out into the community. And it was cool that so it finally came full circle. We talked to somebody yesterday from the Maui Hospice, I believe, the Maui Hospice Center or something like that.
Nice.
A lady named Anna. And she said she's seen us out there a bunch of times. She drives by, she honks her horn, she sees us playing music and everything. And I was like, dude, tell all your people, like, stop by, come, come wave some signs, come shake some shakas with people, man.
Yeah. And the whole point of that too is to cut it. What does the sign say?
It says, let's talk about mental health and prevent suicide.
Yeah. And we'll literally you can pull over and talk about it.
Yeah.
You literally, if you're driving, and that's the thing is, like, I've taken a suicide class, and it's like, confront it.
Right.
And that's the thing, that it's the opposite of what people say.
Yeah.
Think, right.
The gut reaction is don't
mention it. You know
shameful.
what I mean? Don't mention it. And we don't condone that. We don't condone that at all.
Yeah.
But there's ways, and there's Let's Talk. It's called Let's Talk here on Maui. And these families have gone through real life situations.
Right.
And so the celebration is to celebrate that there is we can make a difference, and there is hope.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think there is hope, because as much drama as you go through in life, generally, right? Just speaking in general, right? I think because you know how to talk and you know how to just say it, it doesn't affect you that much. Because honestly, I think as much as you've gone through in your life, you should have been dead just by a heart attack, just because it's so stressful, right? Just some of the things you have to go through, and just some of the dramas and this and that of just your whole upbringing and everything.
Wow. But
because the energy has to come through, and I'm getting all teary-eyed here.
Yeah.
Woo, come on. Because the energy, talking it out gets an energy out. It like, and it's contagious.
Yeah.
Because when I don't want to talk, I'm just like, I don't feel like, but you're like, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? Hey.
That's me too.
You know what I mean? And it's like
slapping your shoulder.
Always like, okay, you push me to tell me, so that I can say the real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm not always smiling.
No.
I'm not just, and just because I'm smiling doesn't mean
everything's great.
Everything is great.
Right.
That it doesn't mean that. It just means that at that moment,
right,
I can put a smile on my face.
I feel like there's no better feeling though than like letting something heavy off of yourself and just like, like just letting it go. There's no better feeling than that. And so if anything, like, I feel like that's a better feeling than like cracking a beer. That's a better feeling than like getting high. That's to me, just letting off some crap off your chest. I'm like, ooh, choose that word.
Family show.
Letting some crap off your chest that that's been holding you back for a long time. Like it's so freeing. Yeah. It's so freeing. Like there's no
that's cool
greater sense of like, I felt good, man. I mean, there's we can
kind of like taking a poop.
Something of emotional constipation, and so when you let that out, it's like it's so freeing. So not to
I'm sorry,
that's all right. Sorry. To circle back, because the question you asked me was the new thing I got going on. So we came out to that meeting and we were able to talk to some people's families and about what what's going on and what do we do. We've been doing these sign waving since I've been with Kind of Connections.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome to me to do these things. But it's like it's a very touchy and emotional subject, man. It's a very emotional subject. So you see people at these sign wavings and you're not sure who they are. You don't know their backstory. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So there's like a sensitivity to it of being like,
true.
You know what I mean? Like, you're here, I'm here. I see these same people here every time, and it's like, all right, after a while, you just kind of want to like, all right, after the 6th or 7th time of seeing people, and they have their own special signs with a lot of faces on them. Like, I care enough to be like, hey, I want to know the stories of these guys that are on these posters.
Yeah,
I want to know about these guys. What were their names?
Yeah,
what? Tell me about them. I want to celebrate them. I want to honor them. I don't know these people. Never met these people. But all the times that people listen to me tell my story, I want to give that back. Yeah. I want to be there for other people. So reach out to them and was like, hey, I want to introduce myself and, just be aloha.
hug on people. Hi, I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you guys. It's exactly what I just said. And just have people open up about it. That's the freeing part of it. That's the that's the power of it, is like this pain and this like sadness. It doesn't have to be like that. And so when we went to this, this meeting up in Eal Valley, they asked what we do. And one of the other people there, she helps run one of the other recovery centers on the island, Mana Recovery. And just after just hearing me give my spiel for a couple minutes, she was like, bro, we need you. Like, I want to hire you right now.
Yeah.
Like, I want you. We need you on.
I know, that was fast.
Yeah. She was like, we need you on our team, and it's fun. I've been looking, I'm in the market for, more income and another, another stream of income. And I was like, yeah. What's up? What do you got?
Nice.
Let's talk. And then, so we did the phone number thing, and then texted her later. I was like, I'm available as soon as you would like me to come in. Let's talk about it. And she's like, well, what about tomorrow at 9? So boom, I was in the meeting was Wednesday. I was in there Thursday morning at 9.
Nice.
There was a time when there was like a break that happened, and the break kind of extended, and I was like, I'm not just gonna sit around and wait. Like, all the guys are like sitting around here. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking this is a test. So I'm like,
they set you up?
I don't know, but I'm like, this is a test. So I took the curriculum and I started working through it. And I just started, got the discussion going. And because the guys they were talking about jail. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's not conducive to what we're talking about here. We're talking about the grieving process, the 5 steps of grieving, which I actually found out through doing that. I never did. Did. When I lost Louie, when I lost my grandparents, I never successfully did these things and processed these things. So the biggest one for me is when Louis passed. I mean, we've talked about that 100 times.
Yeah.
But so I was like, all right, I need to do this process.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, I was in it, man. The car's on fire.
The barbecue.
Oh, the barbecue's on fire. It's all right. The coals are burning off.
The coals are
They're doing the right thing. They're getting
supposed to.
They're getting to the right temp. But I just kind of like ran the meeting for a couple minutes, but everything was like serendipitous, man. Like what we were talking about, even from getting that opportunity to come in and do that.
Yeah.
It's like just being willing to go to this meeting and be there and be a part of a meeting, and just being open to just loving on people.
Yeah.
And just being there for folks. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. So me and Ryan, we did that. We're just willing to just be there and be there for folks. And that opened the door up to a new job.
Yeah.
And who knows, it might get bigger from there.
Yeah.
What's up? So I start Tuesday, like officially start Tuesday. Yeah. Like I'm on payroll already. I got my direct deposit set up. Okay.
They just don't waste time.
No. They were ready for me, and I'm ready for them.
Yeah.
These are guys that actually I'm familiar with them because they come to our group sometimes.
Come to the groups, yeah.
So they rotate their guys out. So I see these guys every couple of weeks. So I'm like, I'm seeing all these familiar faces that I just saw Monday. And I'm like, okay, I get it now. The circle is starting to kind of like, to the loop is starting to close, and I'm starting to here's everybody.
Yeah.
Here's everybody.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so Gabe, our other co-host, works there too as well.
I think he might be phasing out, or I don't know. I don't want to put too much of his business on the thing. And are you helping out, Samson? All right. Looked like a Costco run just happened or something.
Costco run just happened.
All right.
Costco run just happened.
Yeah, baby. Gotta love the Costco run.
Praise him.
But yeah, so good. Good things happening. Good things on the horizon.
Yeah.
I'm still open to driving a tour bus, and doing that maybe part-time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, all right, this is actually right up my alley, and I don't, without sharing too many details, like it just works out for me financially. It works out for me schedule wise.
Yeah.
It works out for me skill wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think this is perfect.
Yeah.
I think this is perfect because I think that I've always said that you should be doing voice acting and voiceovers, and also but with that though, being able to, what do you call that? Public speak, because telling your story.
Wow.
Because with that, you can open the door for people to talk.
Yeah.
Because again, you won't necessarily have like this curriculum of like, let's, write this thing down and get this and that. But just by you sharing your story, and I think that's the thing is like, we can even sit down, like you help me with writing raps and I can help you with writing your story. It's not really that hard. Yeah. I mean, you can actually do it, but if you want me to, run it by and we'll do it here. But I think this podcast will be a catalyst also for that as well, because we're going to be bringing on people from the community here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing all this community work. And that's what Found Family is all about, is you're connecting. You, Shocktimus Prime, are the great connector. Right, you're the great connect. You're the person who's like, okay, well, this and that and da 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 da. I got this gadget. I got this. Oh, when we were setting up, he's like, oh man, I forgot to bring my toys. And basically, toys are just basically our instruments to play music.
It's musical fun stuff.
It's musical fun DJ stuff. So, I think that's awesome. I congratulate you.
Thank you.
That it worked out like that. Because it's like it's the timing in which it happened too. Right. It's the timing in which it happened. It all just lined up. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome because it's really about that backstory. You know what I mean? It's about that. I always said like, I've never been in recovery. And so I don't necessarily, I've worked in those settings.
Right.
But every time I'm listening, I'm like, dude, it's just honestly like, it's your relationship with your mom. It's your relationship with your dad.
Yeah.
It was all messed up.
There's a piece there that needs to mend. And if you can mend that on your own, they may not be willing to, but if you can mend that on your own, then you won't be so triggered to reach out to your coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And like we talked about, man, for some people, that coping mechanism is drugs, alcohol, right?
Yeah, because they're trying to. I remember my professor saying, in one of his counseling sessions, he was explaining to us that one of his clients, he's like, he was saying, like, I'm hurting. He's like, good, because it's the response. Like when you text me, you're like, I'm feeling this from Uncle Louis, my cousin Louis.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling something. It was a different feeling. I think you said.
Yep.
It was a different feeling, and I'm going, and my knee-jerk reaction was to say good, but then I was like, okay, that's a little too harsh.
No, I know I know what you meant.
Yeah, but it is good. Yeah. It's like, okay, good, you're feeling this.
From you, I accept that, and I know where that's coming from.
Yeah,
I know where that's coming from, and actually, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
And so, it's I don't know, man. Grief is interesting, man. Grief is interesting, and to know, it's hard to say when you are in the midst of grieving. It's hard to receive things.
Yeah.
But I think only thing I can do is tell stories and give examples of when, for example, when our preemie daughter had passed away, and we did a funeral service, and at the end of that service, everyone was coming around, and everyone was giving words of encouragement, and I was against it, but then I don't remember. I'm sorry, whoever said like just do it.
Yeah, in the time you can't.
But I was just like, all right, just do it, and everyone was talking, right. And it was just like, oh, this is too much. I don't want to hear any of this.
No.
Yeah. However, in my reflection times till this day, I pull like, okay, this person said this person said that.
You remember it.
I remember it now. Wow. And I'm using it now, today, like 13 years later.
Cool.
You know what I mean? And so don't disregard the silly things that people tell you, like, oh, okay, well, brother, just write a letter to your cousin.
Yeah.
Or you know what you should do? You should go horseback riding. You're like, I don't want to go horseback riding.
Yeah.
And it's funny because one of our coworkers did the horseback riding thing. It came up in our email, and she actually took it and did the grieving with the horsebacks.
Yeah.
And the horsebacks with the horses.
Yeah. Here on Island?
Here on Island.
You talking about
I can't think of what it's called.
Not Miracle Horse Ranch.
I don't even know.
I met with them when I was at the IVAT training. I sat next to those people.
Yeah.
In a bunch of the different trainings.
And one of our coworkers, I'm not gonna say names, this isn't that, but
I think it is Spirit Horse Ranch.
Is it Spirit Horse Ranch?
I feel like it is.
She is talking about, and she's bawling to me. This is not a person who bawls. This is a I'm tough. I don't want you to know that I'm hurting. But she was like, it was so, and she's like crying. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's so. Don't disregard. And she was saying, like, I'm not that person.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not the person that, let's go horseback riding and let's go hug horses and let's let the goats run all over us and the pigs roll into this and that. And she's like, what? I don't want to do that. It sounds silly. But it's like, she goes, it's everything that I needed at that time. I didn't even know it.
You just had to go through it.
No.
You had to go do it. And so the thing that you said about that you asked me, and I'm gonna try to push through it without getting all emotional. But I was talking about like feeling these feelings, it's hitting me pretty hard. You said to me, your text said, what's Louis' character that you like that you can adopt today? And at the time I was like, I didn't have the answer. I was like, oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I did remember, though, is that Louis' character with me that I liked is he would spend time. He would just come through. Yeah. And so I reached out to a couple people, and I was like, hey, what's up? You want to hang? Hey, what's up? You want to hang? And everybody was busy. But this set appointment that we do every Sunday, you were available, and you make this spot available. You make this place available.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I can hold off a little bit. I went out last night, and checked out some folks that have always, supported me in doing what I do, and came out and cheered for me a bunch of times.
Yeah.
The people that do the open mic.
Yes, sir.
And E-Dot and Angie, the diva. There's some comedians. There's some other entertainers. I don't know if we'll have them on here one of these days. It'll definitely be an R-rated show, but I think we can. I don't know. It may be fun, but it's part of the stuff. It's part of the stuff that happens on. Maybe we'll do it on the Swift and Prime podcast instead of Found Fam.
Yeah,
do it on Swift and Prime.
Yeah,
because we can just go and do whatever.
Yeah,
different podcast, different show, different degree. There's levels, but
there's levels to this. There's
but
tiers.
Yeah, Louis would show up. That's what I would say. Up. Like he would show up. Like he would be there, and he'd just hang out. Even if he was awkward, even if he wasn't like good at it or whatever it was, even if he wasn't like from that scene or from that spot or wasn't down with it, he would just show up. He'd put himself out there.
Yeah.
And he would just pop up and just be at a thing that you asked him to be at.
Yeah.
And he'd be there.
Yeah. So Louis is like if you can picture, what is he, 6'2"?
Yeah, he was probably 6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
Handsome guy. Great smile. He was like a cowboy. Just picture him in, he's got his jeans on, his Wranglers. I don't remember what style of shirt he wears. His dad wears the same thing every time I see him. He's got the exact same outfit on. Did he always tuck in his shirt?
He tried.
He tried.
Always, yeah.
I kind of remember that
shirt tucked in kind of guy.
Yeah, I noticed that, and so just picture this guy, but then you have you who's like hip hop and video games and and so he
These guys are like mechanics and hunters
and mechanics and
and garbage men and
and so there was that difference. So for him to do that, I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. It speaks volumes to your family and to who your cousin is, still, because it's still, we talk a lot about with Indigenous people, we talk a lot about our ancestors,
right?
Because they're the ones, if it wasn't for them, we would not be here.
Yeah.
Right. If it wasn't for their teachings, and if it wasn't for their I can't think of the word right now. Mana'o.
Their Mana'o.
Yeah. Which means
it's your backstory,
your
thoughts.
backstory.
What's your thoughts? What's your feelings on it? What's the
yeah.
Actually, Mo'olelo is your backstory. But
Mo'olelo.
Mo'olelo. But your Mana'o is like, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? How do you like? Tell me more. Give me your input. How do you really feel about this?
Okay.
But yeah, that's it, dude. Like Louis was he was in the games too. He was a gamer.
Yeah.
We both got our PlayStations, or not PlayStation, but Genesis or whatever at the same time.
Genesis, they still have that.
I mean, they got the retro version popped out, and they had that on shelves for a while. But we had those times where those Christmases where the thing was coming out, and Grandma got me, and it was just me and him for years and years. We were the only two grandkids for, I don't know, like 10 years.
Oh, yeah,
and then we started having siblings and stuff, or maybe 5 years. I don't know, but yeah. But I remember those times of like, this is the video game system Christmas.
Yeah.
And we were just so ecstatic to like, oh, can we open one, and can we do sleepover, and yada yada. And so it's important, man. It's important to have those stories and the feelings behind it. And also, like I've recently been learning, like going through the grieving process. I'm still learning about it. I don't know what it's even all about really, but I know that it's good. It does kind of take you right back to the place though. But it's like, if there's unfinished business there, if there's whatever unsettled emotions there, then it's good to go back there.
Yeah.
It's good to go back there and settle it and address it. And this would have been, so his birthday was Wednesday. Louis would have been 45.
Nice.
Which is like a milestone birthday, like 45. Like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big birthday.
Huh.
To me, I feel like it's like, 30 is a big one. 40 is a big one. 45 to me is a big one.
I get that too.
Yeah. Like once you get past 40, like every 5 years, it's a big one. Like you're still around. All right, cool.
You're halfway there to 50.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting feeling.
Yeah. So.
That you're halfway there. And plus it's my favorite number. 9 is my favorite number.
There you go. 4 and 5. Break it down. Mr. Numbers. So in September, I just want to drop this real fast. In September, the folks that I don't know if, I'm willing to do it every Friday in September, but every Friday in September, Spring guys and all her, Ohana and all the the group, they're going to be out there waving signs every Friday
in September.
Because September is Suicide Awareness Month, and so brace yourself. And I'm down. If it means that I'm out there with Maui, MFSS.
Yeah.
If it means I'm just out there bringing my music and it's just me and those folks.
Yeah.
And I'm off the clock, but I'm just there anyway.
Right.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
we'll definitely be out there too as well.
Yeah.
We'll come out and wave and I feel like, because I do, when I get there, I pray, for these families, because you have that mom that's there.
Right.
I don't remember her name, but it's just like, oh my, I'm just telling you, man, you just feel it. That's her baby. Right. Yeah. So she's probably grieving. The process is called DABDA, the grieving process. And you just kind of cycle through it.
Right.
I don't know if you ever really you heal.
Yeah.
But there's so much to heal that it just keeps going and going. But
it's around and around.
Yeah. Okay. So September for sure.
Yeah.
We'll be out there. Maybe we'll set up this whole setup or something. I don't know.
Oof. It's possible.
Maybe we'll get a couple interviews or whatever and get people to tell their story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that be?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Be available to it, or just say, hey, look, on Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday
this is what we do. You want to come through?
Yeah.
You want to tell your story?
Yeah.
I
like that idea. I like that idea because Sunday is really, Soul Sundays is like the idea behind Sundays is we've been doing this a while. If it wasn't televised or whatever, it wasn't at my house. It was at Brandon at Shaka's house, at Prime's house. We would go back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
And the idea is Sundays is family day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is like, you know, we like to create communities and we like to create this situation where I invite friends, you know, single fathers and single mothers. Hey, here's one day you don't have to cook.
Right.
You know, we don't have much. We are not rich. Like, trust me, we don't have much. But here's what I do know. I know in my family, it was always feed everyone.
Yeah.
Just feed everyone.
Yeah.
Make it, invite them. I've had parties at my house, birthday parties at my house that I can remember where I was like, Mom, so-and-so's coming. You got Brandon, you got the Cantwells, you got this person coming over, da-da-da-da. And she's like, oh, okay, so how many people? How many people, Mark? How many people am I cooking for?
40.
How many people? All right, it's da-da-da. And I would always tell her, like, the people that I go, I don't know who's coming.
Yeah.
So I would always tell her exact numbers, you know?
Right.
And then, like, 40 people come.
There's always more people.
Right?
Yeah.
And at that time,
you're a popular dude, man.
If
you're throwing stuff, you're going to do something, people want to go.
People want to come.
Yeah.
And at that time, I just didn't think of, like, just say more. So she goes, Mark, you have too many people here. And I don't have food.
I don't have chairs. I got food.
I don't have food. I don't. What are we gonna do? I go. She goes. Should I do this as an that? She's like, I'm just gonna throw something together.
Order pizza.
You know. Yeah. And my mom's my mom's not an order pizza type of lady. She didn't really like. Yeah. She was like, let's just cook everything.
Spaghetti.
You know what I mean? So she was making like chicken wings, and she was making this. She was making that, and we had enough for everybody. We had left over.
Yeah.
You know, we had left over. So it's one of those things where this is the setup. This is the idea. And I've even invited some coworkers and they're like, oh yeah, but I was raised not to come over and be a burden on people. And I'm like, well, I'm inviting you.
Flush your face. Yeah.
I'm inviting you. And that's nothing, but that's all trauma. It's all like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, then you go, like,
really doesn't exist.
We're gonna sing. We're gonna sing karaoke. Oh yeah. What time? What time?
I know, right?
Oh, we're gonna show the fight. Oh, we're gonna watch the fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yeah.
You know. We're gonna gamble. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna throw some dice. We're gonna play cards.
Yeah.
And we do. We have cards. We have a huge, like, I have a friend over here.
Yeah.
Mr. Teddy, that has like a huge Connect 4 and he lets us use.
Yeah.
So it's whatever, man. This is what it's all about.
Good times.
You know what I mean? Talk to the people. I got to dump these coals out real quick, and then you're going to guess what's in my mouth.
Oh, my God.
I'll be right back.
All right. I do got something. I want to give a quick advertisement for the men's group that we're holding. We're gonna really like double down on the Tuesday night men's group that I do. We're going to do Kane Kapila. I know Kane Kapila is the right way to say have a jam session, but I got a bunch of instruments at my house that are just sitting there in their cases, and their cases are collecting dust. So Tuesday night at, let's just call it 7:00, the bass guitar, the guitar, the ukulele, the cajon, and whatever else is going to be out there. Tuesday nights, 7:00, over by the Cameron Center by our offices. Hit me up on the socials if you want to go. It's a good way to find us. Instagram, you got at Shoctimus Prime. That's how you can get me. SHOKTIMUS PRIME. And I feel like it might be linked here on this page, but if not, just press rewind. SHOKTIMUS Shoctimus Prime. PRIME. It's like the dude on the back of my computer. This right here. Come with the Optimus Prime. And in saying that, I got to give my spiel a little bit about where that comes from. Where does Shoctimus Prime come from? How ironic it'd be Louis' birthday, on Wednesday. And that's where I get that from. He basically was like, he was the hero. He was the leader. He was the was the Optimus Prime. You know, he was the Prime. And when he passed away, it was like it's like I lost my big brother. And so I don't know. Like I don't know if I'll ever be completely over that. You know, that was losing your hero, having him gone. But I think in a lot of ways, it gave me an opportunity to be a big brother to other people. Maybe more more intentionally than I was doing it before, you know. And so, yeah. Speaking of intentionally, I took to making more like signage and doing things for the show. And as you guys can see, the Found Fam logos on the back of Mark's computer here. You probably see it right there. Bing, bing, bing. But yeah, I put that together and just wanted to make it more official and dial it in because we're worth it. You guys are worth it, right? We're having this show on a weekly basis to be able to just, it's what it goes back to. Like, we got the show notes here. Mark wrote, like, we're three dudes showcasing family and life here on Maui. And we want to continue to do that.
Yes, sir.
We want to continue to showcase and just like reflect and share the, what we're learning and what we're growing here on Maui and being a part of the community and, getting to go out to places like Hana and connect with folks.
Yeah.
Growing your program and spreading the awareness of, alcohol and drug prevention amongst teens.
Yes, sir.
How do you cope with that? How do you, what are healthy ways to handle disputes with the family and just you would be able to do that? Like, I'm stoked. I want to join. I'm going to join your next cohort.
Yeah.
So I was unable being on vacation.
Right.
Yeah. And so I'm happy to see you growing it from like humble beginnings and taking it from, all right, it's your first go around. It's going to be kind of cool to be on it on your second go around. Because it's like, all right, you'll be a little more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little more seasoned and yeah. And so speaking of, I want to take it back now that you got the music on. I wanted to share a song. Can you put this song on for me if you don't mind? Because one of the things we talked about was our coping mechanisms, and listening to music is one. And the song I want to share with you it's called "I Drive Your Truck" by Lee Brice. And that's a song that, yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet and let the song explain itself. I think we should just let this thing play through.
89 cents in the ashtray, half empty bottle of Gatorade rolling in the floorboard. That dirty Braves cap on the dash, dog tags hanging from the rear view, old skull can and cowboy boots, and a gold army shirt folded in the back. This thing burns gas like crazy, but that's alright. People got their ways of coping, oh, and I got mine. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes I drive your truck. Leave that radio playing, same old country station where you left it. Yeah, man, I crank it up, and you'd probably punch my arm right now. If you saw this tear rolling down on my face, hey man, I'm trying to be tough. And Mama asked me this morning if I'd been by your grave. But that flag and stone ain't where I feel you anyway. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find the field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes I drive your truck. I've cussed, I've prayed, I've said goodbye, shook my fist, and that's kind of why these days when I'm missing you this much, I drive your truck, I roll every window down, I burn up every back road in this town. I find the field, I tear it up till all the pain's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes, brother, sometimes I drive your truck. I drive your truck. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind, I drive your truck.
Where'd your I don't know what song this is, but it's a different song. Oh my God. I'm like, where's his phone? Right in front of me. So yeah, man, that was I Drive Your Truck by Lee Brice. And we just Mark just threw some steaks on the grill, so I don't want to keep him much longer than that. But I got to take my kids out this summer and take them to the ranch and stir up some dust and drive around and do the same stuff that Louis did for us. And so, like, when you ask me that question of, like, what are some characteristics, I did that. I took the kids out. We shot guns. We rode, Jeeps. The podcast I was on, we had been doing that all day.
Yeah.
When I was sitting in that chair, I was exhausted. but yeah, man, it was good. And I want to say, Louis, I miss you. And there's been times that signs have been showed to me that he's still watching out for me. So
yeah,
love you. And
yeah, man,
always forget you. Rest in peace. Rest in love. And we'll never forget you. Your memory lives on, and we hope to do you proud. And I believe we do.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy the show.
Yes, sir.
This one's going out to you, Lou.
This is it, man.
Little Louie, number 4.
Little Louie, number 4.
Yeah. But yeah, let's not burn these steaks. I ain't got nothing else to say, man, besides love y'all. Hit the subscribe, the like. Hit
the subscribe. I got something in my mouth, though, man. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, you got something in your mouth. Oh,
I got, you got to guess what it is.
Oh.
We got one caller on here, one follower. If you can guess, put it in the chat.
By listening to you? Because that's how I used to do it on Doghouse, by listening to you.
Yeah, just by listening. You know what I'm saying? I know you can see right now, but I'm gonna try to hide with my microphone right now. But I got something in my mouth right now.
All right.
It's keeping me, keeping me strong. That's all I gotta say. You don't swallow it, so no, you just
keeping you strong.
Yeah. Let's see. Anybody?
What's in my mouth? Man, I'm about to burn these steaks. I don't know.
Nah.
I got one guess. Legos.
Like no, softer than that. Softer. Yeah, keeps my jaw strong.
Oh, is it the jaw size? Jawser size?
It's the jawser size.
You got a jawser size?
I did.
Oh my god!
I can't. My hands are dirty, so I can't. Where's the volume? Oh, I'll turn it off.
Anyway,
there you go. It ain't working.
Anyway, it's the Found Fam Podcast.
Found Fam Podcast. Thank you for listening.
I'm Shocktimus Prime.
I am DJ Swift.
We love y'all.
And peace out. See you next Sunday.